Let's learn how to use Leonardo AI in creating images. So once you're already onto the website and here, you should be able to see the different featured models of Leonardo AI. So you have here the photo reel, dream shaper, 3D animation style, anime pastel dream, and many more in here. So you could utilize this arrow in here to check for other things. So these are actually the things that we're gonna be using as a reference or like a guide on how should our photo would look like. So if you want to have your photo like a pixel art, you could use this one. Character, if you want to generate some character portraits, you could also use this one. And if you try to hover your mouse here, you should be able to see a bookmark button in here to have this model saved so that you could use it onto your photos so that you won't have to find this again onto your account. Now, if you scroll down to a little bit in here, you should be able to see the recent creations. So these are actually the creations of other users. So we have a search bar in here that you could utilize if you want to see something specific. You could see all of them or just the upscaled one. We have here the trending, new, and top, and you could utilize also this one so that you could see how much or how many photos should be seen in here. Now, if you hover onto each design, so there are actually a like button and you should be able to see who made it. So if you click onto it as well, so this is the photo, you could see its detail in here, the prompt details, and you could copy the prompt if you want to have the same thing like this. You could use image to image as well, remix, and here are the negative prompt that was added. So these negative prompts are the things that you don't want to see in the photo. So you could actually choose this drop down menu in here. If you want to see the original image, the upscaled image, we have the zoom image and the no background. And if you scroll down here onto the lower part as well, you could see the resolution, resonance, the pipeline, preset, the prompt magic strength, created, contrast boost, seed, prompt magic, and row mode. So if you want to generate with the model, so the one that is used in here is the anime pastel dream. So you could just simply click onto this arrow in here if you want to do so. So let's try to check also in here onto the other one. So the same things should be able to see its details once you have clicked onto it. Now, if we head onto here, onto the left side, you could see the community feed. So just like the one that we have earlier, so these are the things that was done by other designers as well. So here onto the personal feed, if you click onto that, what you'll see in here are the photos that we have just recently generated. So all of these photos that you can see in here, these are what I have gathered onto my previous generations. So you could choose also, you have search bar in here, you could utilize that. You could choose all or upscale. You can see by trending, new or top, and you can select some images. Now here under the training and data sets, you could train your own model in here so that you could use this as a reference. You'll just need to upload some photos of it, add some details, and if you have a lot of models in here that was trained, you could utilize the search bar. So we could actually see the full view of the fine-tuned models in here. You should be able to see also community models in here. So these are actually generated by other or trained by other designers. So if others can train, so you can do too. You could just simply click onto yours, onto the your models. And if you have click onto something or you could bookmark it, just like what I've mentioned earlier, you should be able to see that onto the favorite models in here. Now for the tools, we have the AI image generation, the AI canvas, the texture generation, and you have here also the settings, the fact and help, and the log out button. So for us to be able to start generating, you'll just need to simply click onto this AI image generation to create your own image. Now, this is how the editing page would look like. We have here the AI image generation or the main part wherein you could write in the prompt of to your photo. So this is where we'll put in what we want to see onto the photo. For the fine-tune model, you could choose onto the different options in here. You could have these character portraits or anything, just choose the one that you want to use. So we could click onto select custom model so that you'll get redirected onto the one that we've had earlier. Check these platform models in here to see which one would be the best fit for our photo. So we could try this Dream Shaper V6. So if we click onto that, you'll see its detail, the name of the model, and the description, which is a new update to an incredibly versatile model that excels at both people and environments by Lycan. So I think this one would be a perfect fit onto the prompt that I have prepared. So we have the training resolution, the category base model, and the strength. So we'll click on generate for this model. So right after, you could see it already in here. You could choose a different style, Leonardo style or none. So let's just leave it as it is. and add a negative prompt. So these negative prompts are the things that you don't want to see in the image. So you could utilize this, just add some things like if you don't want to see the generation having two limbs, just put in two limbs or broken limbs or anything like that. Now here onto the left side, you should be able to see the tokens that are used for generating the images. So if you want more, just simply click on top create and then the number of images that you want to have per generation. So you could choose up until 8, but that is for the upgraded version already. So since we're just using the free plan, we can have up until 4. So let's just leave it for 2. We have here the different features of Leonardo, the photo reel, prompt magic, alchemy, public images, image dimension. So we're just not gonna turn on that one since we're gonna use the simple settings so that we could generate our own photo. We could choose the image dimension in here. You could choose or customize it here, and you could also choose the ratio. Now, this guidance scale that you see in here is how strongly your prompt is weighted. So if we move this one onto higher, so it should be able to generate accurately the one that we have put in here. So we have also the control net, which allows you to influence your generation with input images. So I think this would better be used when you used it for the image to image prompt and image prompt in here. So we have here the tilling as well, which is used or ideal for repeating textures or backgrounds. So this could be used for patterns. So you could just simply drag and drop the photo if you want to have something or a photo as a reference. And let's just type in the prompt in here or paste the prompt that I have prepared already. And let's try to generate. So as you can see, I have added in here captivating portrait of a girl transformed into a mythical mermaid, serenely swimming through a crystal clear waters, iridescent scale shimmering under the sunlight, magical, graceful, realistic, and intricate details. Now let's go ahead and click on the generate. So as you can see, this will use 2 tokens and I have 150 tokens remaining. So let's try to see what it will give us. Now, as you can see, here are the photos that it generated. So we have this one, let's zoom this one in. So we could actually see a mermaid and we have its tail shining through the sunlight. So we'll see the next photo in here. So there are actually 2 mermaids in here. So we have actually the delete button here onto the lower part, the download image, copy, the unzoom, the remove background, and other settings in here. So I'll just need to simply click onto this to download the image. And I think I want a picture of that is just one mermaid only. So what we'll try to do in here is add in a negative prompt. So let's update this one in here. So let's type in here multiple person or 2 mermaids. Then we could actually update it in here. Let's try to update the color a mythical red mermaid, and let's try to see what it will give us right after we click on to generate. And as you can see, here are the photos that it generated. So we have this red mermaid in here. So I think I'm quite satisfied with this look in here since I like how it turned out. And also this one, another mermaid, but it has another limb. So you could just utilize the negative prompt more. So you could add in double limbs or anything like that so that you don't see these kinds of errors onto your photo. So we could try to download this since I think this one is a good image. And there you have it. That's how you use the Leonardo AI to create images. Remember, the possibilities are virtually endless, and with some creativity and experimentation within the tools and here, you should be able to create an achievable, incredible results.